Hello folks, welcome back to the workshop. I'm nursing a wisdom tooth that was removed yesterday, so yeah, got a bit of pain in the upper jaw. Bit better today. I had it out yesterday at about this time, and yeah, within a few days it should be right. Unfortunately there's no progress on the shaper this week, but I did get a bunch of other things done, so I thought I'd share those with you just so you're up to date. First item today though is I got my bottle opener from Kalem. I ordered this as soon as he announced them, and this is beautiful. It's titanium, I think. It's very light, very strong, and I love the oxidized colouring effect. Also, I got the stickers from him. Those are the round ones, and a couple of these full-size ones, and I just think that one in particular is beautiful. The artwork on it is excellent. He's a multi-talented man, that guy, and he's a good guy to chat to. So thanks, Kalem. And if I'm pronouncing that wrong, you'll have to let me know, because I've never heard you say it, I don't think. I've heard somebody else say Kalem, so you let us know. Here's the first edition. I added a spring clamp rack to my main clamp rack, and this allows me to get pretty much everything onto the one board now, so I'm quite happy with that. One of the things I've been working on is this area under the foundations here, and the idea is I wanted to try and fill the gap below the foundations, and that's what the concrete is in the background. And this is the start of a retaining wall. So I've got these blocks up the day before yesterday, and obviously it's not finished yet. You can see there's sort of two courses for most of it, and you can see where the Rio, which goes into the edge of the slab, climbs up by the end of the wall. And the idea is to get up to 4 courses at that end, and I'm basically just matching the soil level. Once those bricks are in place, and I'll just add that they're tight up against this post, and can't really get the wall any further back, and I really didn't want to have any dog legs in the wall or anything, so I do lose a little bit of depth there, but it's not enough to worry about. Once this brick wall is up, this post here and the steel beam that runs across and the steel beam that comes down, that's going to be the first area that's framed in. And that's the dividing wall between the clean area and the dirty area, basically the grinding room. And I'll just give you another view of that area. So this is the steel beam that we're going to fill in here first. And then when we frame the end, we're going to have to decide how far up to take the framing. And we're going to have to work around this steel beam. I really don't know what I'm going to do ceiling wise yet, whether I'm going to wrap these in plasterboard, which means putting some wooden noggings at regular intervals, or what. But I do want the walls to be, I want the inside of in here to be insulated from outside, so I need some kind of seal at the top. Either I need to bring my walls up to the top, or I need to include a ceiling. Right here we've got a couple of external doors, which I don't think I've showed you yet. They are solid core doors designed for external use. They've got a sort of faux panelling look to them, and they are going to go there. I'm replacing this roller door with 2 areas of frame, left and right, and a pair of doors on the middle. There's a little bit of a fall to the garage floor, so I'm probably going to have doors that swing outwards. So I've got some stainless fixed pin hinges. Not sure when I'll get to this, but it's definitely on my list, because this door doesn't seal very well. And today I was at the recycle place, and I found some high quality deadlocks and some passage lever sets and some stainless hinges and all of this kind of stuff. And I bought this box full of things for 60 bucks. And I did some quick calculations, and it should have been over 400. So this is how I can get away with spending a lot less. These doors were used, and when I say used, I mean they were second hand, they're dinged up and they've got marks on them, but they're going to be painted anyway, so I can prime and fill and all that stuff, and you'll never know they weren't brand new. They've got no hinge mortises cut into them, no locks cut into them, so they're as good as new really, just got a few marks on them. And these are the same, these were discarded. There were tons of these at the place, and I've saved a lot of money. These dead latches are $100 a set, and these high quality passage lever sets are a similar price. The other thing I picked up was a piece of stainless sheet, and this is going to go onto the table of the bandsaw, which is being used for storage at the moment. But for quite a while I've wanted to clad this with something that's pretty durable, and so this 1.2mm stainless will be pretty much ideal. And I guess you would have seen the timber underneath that stainless steel. This is 100 lengths of 90 by 35 2.7 metre timber, which is basically 4x2s by a little bit under 10 feet. And this should be enough to line this whole place. It's certainly going to be enough to line the clean room, probably 3 times over, and then we'll frame the clean room. Then we'll line it with plasterboard and insulate it, and that should be really good. I've got one little job in the lathe, which is a slug of steel, and this was going to be the replacement for the wheel on the crane, which smashed. And I got a bit of footage of me turning this. It was a little bit interesting because I had to offset turn it. This came out of a larger piece that had a slit in one side. So I'll leave a bit of footage of that, and hopefully that's interesting. So having a closer look at this piece here, this is 110 by 46 or something like that, and the 11mm deep slot. So I'm going to have to do an offset turn to get this, to get the piece I want out of here. I've got to take 5mm off each face, and I've got to make as big a circle as I can out of this with that slot taken into account. I'll just nip up on these. We'll just see how far out we are. It's not tight in there yet. I'm going to start at the high point. Zero it there. Rather than counting, it's on 17. That looks like the low point. And that's on 6.37, something like that. So we've got 11.63. And it was about 11.4 we needed. That's good enough. Just feeding in about 15 thou. Just nibble away at this while it's very interrupted. Trying to get you a view of this, but we just lost the very tip of that. So I'm going to get the diamond file out and make it work again. So this is the diamond file. These are cheap. This is a Easy Lap made in America. I'm just resting my file on the bottom of my tool holder, which I know gives reasonable relief. And I'm just literally going to do this. Before I had these before I had these files and the what do you call it, D-bit grinder, I was using the green silicon carbide wheel on the 8-inch bench grinder, and you can just take this whole thing out and touch it against the wheel like that. And here, hopefully, you can see what we're doing. That's good already, I think. Doesn't need much. Obviously it's not going to chip the brake in quite the same way, but see if I can just give it a bit of rake. Mild steel, we think. It's a bigger radius now, should be stronger. And it's sharper. So let's see if it cuts. So otherwise that end of the insert was ready for the bin. And I might as well just power feed, I reckon. I'll try 1/2 mil. And I'm power feeding in that direction, obviously. And hopefully you'll be able to see what kind of finish a hand sharpened insert gives. With any luck. Perfectly acceptable, at least for roughing. So when you sharpen this, you're not putting a radius back on the edge, so the cutter is more brittle than it ever was, but sharper as well. Just going to hand feed this end bit because I don't want to power feed into a shoulder. That's what gave us the problem before. Right, 20, let's try 30, let's try 40. Larger radius nose means we've got more edge engagement, and we're actually creating blue chips now. And the deeper depth of cut is creating a slightly nicer finish as well. Again, I'm going to power feed into the corner, into the shoulder. Hand feed, I mean. How's our edge looking? Still there. No heat in it at all. How's the part looking? Well, I've created a track on it as I reverse the tool, but yeah, we're about a bit over halfway, so I'm going to put another 40 thou or 1mm on. So there's that bit. $89.57. So we'll take 12 thou off the radius. That'll be 24 thou off the diameter, which is about 0.6 mil. Actually, it's hot. It's about 55 degrees, 60 degrees. Can't hold my hand on there too long. So I'm going to come back in 5 minutes, but even if I don't take that away, that'd be fine. And we'll flip the insert around. Oh no, that one's already been used twice. And we'll do a finish cut, because I want to take this to 89mm. Then we'll turn it around, chuck it, and get rid of the rest there. Well, hopefully that made sense. Really, it was a bit of a hurdle. I didn't have the right size material for that wheel, so just getting it roughed down to size is a good start. I might pick that up in the next couple of days. Okay, that's all I've got for this week. So hopefully any questions, put them below in the comments. If you're interested in seeing what happens next, or seeing what happens as far as the shaper setup, you probably better subscribe so that you can get a notification. Okay, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.